I bet this guy eats his pizza with knife and fork.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am. The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night, and destroyed so many more, including yours. And I must atone for the crimes I've committed.
It was an
But not
involuntary.
before I learned the whole truth.
Involuntarily, though.
How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want?
So you admit there is a hooded man, even though there isn't.
I need to know.
Well, let's find out.
Since I'm still breathing, I might as well make myself useful.
We'll find your answers together. I want to learn the truth too.
Your eyebrows are on fleek.
There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed a bit.
That is incredible facial expression and animation.
You're wrong. I have changed.
I've killed people, and that
But I
doesn't...
don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable.
are.
And yet, they're what brought us back together.
Thank you, Jill.
If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounded. The hour is later than I thought.
Ostentatious. Castle Dasbach. What do you see in your scrying pool?
Tell me, who did this, or I'll see you suffer.
Oh, is that Garuda's head in a
The man
box?
who delivered the coffer said, he said Sid paid him.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them to hell. Out. Now!
Yes, yes, my lord.
Now, why would Sid do this? Is it petty revenge? Because he doesn't want to start shit necessarily. I mean, it would be ill-advised. So why do this?
Benedicta.
That's a classic. The meaning of life. How deep? How philosophical. Ifrit Awoken. Clive has gained control of the icon Ifrit, allowing access to new iconic abilities such as Ignition, a fiery lunge that drives back enemies while dealing continuous damage, as well as unlocking the Limit Break gauge. Slots for Ifrit's abilities are shared with those for the Phoenix and can be confirmed via the Abilities tab in the main menu. Shared with those for the Phoenix, so... Cool down for Ifrit and Phoenix are the same? Limit Break gauge is located beneath Clive's HP bar. Release Clive's inner beast and semi-prime into Ifrit by pressing buttons when this gauge is full. The gauge fills in battle both by taking damage as well as successfully performing offensive and defensive maneuvers. Semi-priming temporarily grants increased attack potency and speed, gradual HP regeneration, and guard-breaking strikes. Okay, so when I go limit break, just keep mashing attack, to my heart's desire, really.
So, what next?
We save and
Return to
we
his
call
port.
it a day.
I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again. About Lady Hannah, amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
Alright, we should arrange an introduction then.
Why are we hunched over? Do I have what it takes now to tell her that I'm the one that accidentally, still don't know why, awoke as Ifrit, laid waste to the entire castle, including your precious Rutney. I, for one, will have to mentally prepare for that, and I will do so. Indeed. Okay, so now that we have become fire incarnate, it is important that we... Ifrit Chanel. Ooh. You simply love to see it. Limit Break. We have the Limit Break, yes. Will o' the Wikes. Summon a storm of fireballs that circle around Clive, damaging nearby targets while also absorbing damage. Oh, so that's 4 hits from smaller enemies or 2 hits from larger enemies, from what I can guess. And they do continuous damage. Okay, so the damage output is absolutely abysmal, as expected, because this acts more as a shield, if anything. I don't need this. And this is Ignition. While charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing... Attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back can be used in mid-air. This is actually kind of good. But I am enjoying Heatwave for what it is. And I appreciate the additional challenge of trying to cancel magic, so I think I will just stick with this. I think I will just stick with it. I can actually learn Aerial Blast. I'll just do it for the lulz, I suppose. That leaves me with 185. I'll take it just to have it. I'll get to this one eventually, I suppose, but I don't think I'll see an upgrade anytime soon unless Ramu kicks it or Shiva is like, you know what, I'm done. You can have me. Did I get Heatwave, Scarlet Cyclone? I didn't get any news. What is this red thingy? Something new. Okay, yeah, that's the Wicked Wheel thing. I don't need that. I do like that there's a red dot indicating that there's something new. Yeah, let's just make our way. Oh, through these deadlands. It does give pause and make you wonder that perhaps some of the lakes in this world, for example, perhaps those are also the result of icon versus icon battles like aeons ago. Who's to say? I mean, I did my best with that one crater we passed by not too long ago. Who's to say something like this couldn't have happened on an... Okay.
Torgal, what is it?
That's what I asked.
Wager. Come on.
Oh, the Imperials at town? Alright, let's have it. Stop it. Yeah, here we go. Why, though?
What happened here?
What does it look like? Oh,
You'll pay for this.
what were they looking for?
We've got a live one.
What are you doing? Answer me!
Mercy? Did you just beg for mercy? How much mercy did you show these people when they begged for it, huh?
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
Yeah, there we go. Why would I go for limit break here? I don't need that. Situation is not dire enough. That was unfair.
That's enough.
Slice and stab.
Finished.
Go on. I dare you. I double dare you. Throw another fireball. Bitch. Oh then.
Well done, Torgal.
Thank you, boy. Slay the soldiers attacking Eastport. I'm guessing... Oh, there's even more.
Thought you could escape us, did you?
Don't let them get away.
Sick 'em, boy.
You were born a slave, and you'll die one.
Kill all the ducal dogs!
The Ducal dogs.
They were innocent people.
Not as likely. They were bearers. Nope. I'm not gonna wait for your attack. Imperial Capitan. Yep, there's your mercy. Oh, thank you, Joe. Such a handy attack. Yep, dude, I'ma burn you like rotisserie, bitch. At least care when I do that. Or is that like a dimension? Nope. Come here, come here. You two, come here. Not with her fireball. Are you blocking me? Are you blocking me, son? Nope.
That's enough.
That is enough indeed. Yee-hoo! Is that the end of it? Lady Hannah, of course.
All must burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them. By
What?
Empress Annabella's command!
What beanstalk did you fall from?
My mother wanted this.
Ow, I was hoping that I had that in time.
I know. They can wait.
Okay, now. No, sir. Oh, that is. Wow, that was not going according to. I was hoping that I could parry that, but nope. Referee. I've had it up to here with you, Boyle. Get down on the ground. And I parry him. I'm too much of a gamer for this game. Yep. I was too slow. I was too slow. I, again, was way behind where I had to be. But third time typically is a charm. Woe is you, isn't it?
A little help.
Time to end you. Enemies slain. That went by alright. No, did we leave any just alive enough to give us a few answers, or am I gonna have to go to the capital? I mean, I was on the way anyways, but, you know, just for the, it's all the same. The question is why?
I'm sorry, Lady Hannah.
It's a damn shame.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did.
Were they
Better
chasing
than
you?
my mother.
Such pointless slaughter personified
We're too late.
by an
Gav.
horrible cunt. Why are you here, Gav?
Life!
I mean, it's good to see you, don't get me wrong, but what are you doing here?
A
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew East Pool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip.
Question is who?
If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers.
Yeah, what's up with that? Did
The
she
way
used to
Father
be one?
embraced
Or...
them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it.
Don't let Rome free those that are
Gav.
feared.
We want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do.
It coincides.
But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
What villagers?
Aye.
See to it, these villagers get a proper
You've got to
burial.
Take care of things here.
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
What?
When you're ready, then.
Nice to see Clive opening up just a little bit more, right? Showed a little more... That's a lot. Showed a little more emotion than he has thus far, which was, Who are you?
Now, rats, lead me to your nest.
Ah, I see.
Lord Kupka's message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Ah, I see. But yeah, as I was saying, Clive up to now has had the emotional dynamic of an Easter Island head watching golf, really. So... oh... 3 oh, that's the mean chocobo dude. Alright, so I go back to the hideaway. And... oh man, if I lead that guy here and he gets a message out to the Russian Mughal, there's gonna be nothing left of this place. How is this going to unfold? Righting wrongs.
Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
Do we? I don't want to talk to you, though. I'm gonna talk to the blacksmith, because at least he doesn't nag, he just doesn't say anything. Hey there, happy camper.
I see I'm busy here. What's that for you, dear?
I want to craft something. I guess I can. I was expecting to be able to craft a blade much like I could when I defeated Garuda.
And?
But I guess I was wrong. Alright, let's have it then, you old bat.
And what do you want?
For you to shut your pie hole.
Purse weighing you down?
Goldwork sash. Yeah, no, everything here is...
Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not
You
much
know what?
bothered either way.
I prefer not... Torgal, you absolute traitor.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
There was something new at the stone. Customizable arcade mode. Replay any previously cleared stage and be awarded a score based on performance. Yeah, okay, safely. Yeah, I'm still experiencing the story as is. I don't want to replay any old battles yet when new ones are yet to be fought. Might as well just interact with this thing for the first time ever then, the Orchestrion. I think I have... Background music played in the hideaway can be changed by accessing the Orchestrion. The track list is expanded using the Orchestrion rolls acquired from main scenario quests, shops, or treasure coffers. Indeed. Acquired during the main scenario, found in a treasure coffer. That's the one I found. Isn't this just the tune played at whatever the place was called? The town? Because these are the only ones I have, yeah. This has a more of a city or settlement vibe to it. I'll take that, you spoony board. I should probably... Never mind. Hello,
We
Hill.
can keep running. Or we can walk through this door.
You make it sound like this is a choice I have to make that was weighing on my mind for a long time. We decided to come back here, right? Sid, Dumbledore, whatever your name is.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
Lord.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead.
True. Which is probably...
So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
Yes.
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that.
That is very true.
It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Hey.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me.
Right, you've had this change of heart in one
Lives
day.
I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
Sort of. Huh.
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
Fair enough. I'll run with it.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
What's with the
Well then,
snort?
with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
They're already... We have a plan, then.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Like who? Like my mother? Because I have some questions. Meanwhile, that is a sexy glacier, or however you want to call it. Oriflamme.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Touch grass.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
You're one of those. Okay.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands.
Less mouths to feed, though.
Bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of Great Grieger.
No, it's your will.
There will be uproar. Then we
I
must find a way
quit.
to distract the citizenry.
But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
I bet this guy eats his pizza with knife and fork.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
So is the king a dominant as well, or just his son?
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mother Crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today.
Not today.
We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the Mother Crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
True.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
Use them long enough.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For
And in a way it
centuries,
is.
Nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Better question.
Who says they didn't?
Yeah.
Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Maybe they just don't care.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups. The gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if
Several
we
roads.
continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm.
One without ether.
And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one,
We start.
what say you? Are you with me?
In for the penny, in for the pound.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye.
Aye.
But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
Be seeing you, Gav.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
You want me talking with her again? I swear, if this dude has me walking around delivering food to more people one more damn time. What up, Thar?
There's work enough here for 100, and not nearly enough able bodies to see it all done. The Hideaway is lucky to have you and Jill.
I think they're more lucky to have you. You need to patch him up.
And Curial Graves.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick break.
You're alright there, sir.
The reports from Eastpool are disturbing. We
Yes.
knew the Vicereine had no love for her subjects, but to order the slaughter of an entire village.
Glenn.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for?
Man has a point, Clive.
That's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No. I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
Get that grin off your face and tell me
Sounds
where
like
to
the
go.
hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I don't particularly care.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Red Letter Day.
The letter won't last very long out in the elements.
That is true.
I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
I will have a chat with.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Otto? You, what do you want? Postmaster.
Where are you, Randall?
Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone.
That is true.
And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
Soldier.
Then I ask a favour of you.
More like a human shield.
I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
I mean... No.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lostwing. He's been working for Quinton, tavern keeper.
Ah, yes.
He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Don't thank me just yet. Haven't found his body yet. Alright, let's look for male and let's look for some boy. Okay. I immediately, I mean, anything not to have to speak to that woman with her paint-stripping breath. Not the 3 reads. Let's go to the Audible Downs. So far, the side quests have been a bit underwhelming at best. I feel like the typical, please go away from here so I don't have to look at you, go there, fetch that quests. I'm sure it'll better the settlement in some way or
He
other,
said his
but...
pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open.
Lost
Good.
supplies.
Looks like I'm in the right area.
Good for you. But yeah, other than that, it's
More of the lost supplies.
it's not great. Also, it would thank you. So, courier, sir, you said you
Much
went
more in his pack.
tumbling?
Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. We've come this far.
You
Might
wench.
as well ask around.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm
Potentially.
looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. I don't suppose you've seen it.
I see a lot of
Fair
things.
enough, sorry.
Well, if you do,
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper.
You pay attention
no idea
to
if it
that?
was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing. Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village then. Thank you.
If you notice a dog having something in its you are going through something in your life. Or not enough. One of the two.
It's looking to be a fine harvest.
Is it? Left and right I'm hearing the harvest is gonna be anything but fine. What's this one?
Back are you? Did Master Quentin summon you?
Nobody summons me.
The shad's all salted and smoked.
Alright, thanks for the letter, doggo.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy.
How hard have you been slobbering on this?
Someone's waiting for this. But he's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our courier out of trouble.
As if the dog was to go, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry for inconveniencing you. Please take it."
A whole day on the line. But what'll we do for supper?
Supper? You ain't getting no supper, boy. Take your ass to bed, you ain't gonna be hungry. Alright, Mr. Tarantino.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do.
Well, at least he's keeping busy.
Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him.
Yep.
Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
I'll send a messenger pigeon or something. Or a herald. Yeah, I'm not gonna... What about... I have to actually... Ooh. Because of course I have to leg it. Alright.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
There'll be none left for me.
Alright, Jill, I hope you brought your walking shoes with you.
Setting fast.
Guess we're taking the high road. How? You did put on your walking shoes. Well done. Now, if it isn't too much to ask, Mr. Rossfield, Lord Rossfield, would you please, for the love that is, pick up the pace, boy. Thank you. Alright, let's hear the excuse.
You alright?
Took an arrow to the knee, did you?
Hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but the sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
We were set upon by beastmen.
Goblins.
Look.
Why am I not surprised?
Set them alight for a second. Skadoosh. Ooh. Thank you, Jill. Woo. I was hoping to parry it, but it's still a bit finicky. And down you go. No! Too big a gamer for you, my boy.
Don't let them get away.
Straight into the stagger heavy nonsense. Take you down to the ground.
Not this time.
I ate them. Was actually better than expected.
Give them all you've got, boy. My wounds, boy.
Not this time.
Nope. Nope. I guess I couldn't counter that. I was wondering if I could actually, like,
That'll help.
parry any of it. Bonk. Ow! I fully deserved all of that. 100%.
You're finished.
You are indeed. Now, let's see if we can find some bone necklace. Very little rhyme and even less reason went into the creation of this ghastly neck ornament, the bones strung along its crude twine, most likely belonging to those unfortunate enough to meet its maker. Huh. Now. Oh, he actually is dead. Oh well. And all that.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Your sacrifice will be honored with the dawn of the new empire. Yes, we will indeed travel back to El Obelisk, because I don't fancy legging it all the way back. This isn't where I parked my tavern.
But how did the grocer know his daughter?
Anything of interest.
free to look.
Anything at...
Good day.
I don't have 40k. Do I have almost 40k? I have half of 40k.
Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard.
Which isn't nearly enough to buy me an orchestral scroll.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone.
You're not seeing the fine lass beside me?
Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the South Gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
Had you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
One day you're the bug, the other day you're the windshield. As a wise comedian once said. Yes, we shall return to El Hidey Hole. And then we'll go talk to that reincarnated... No, not reincarnated. Resurrected, I meant to say. Old crone.
Maybe I should just own up to what Owen said.
I got your stuff here.
There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped.
Did your job for you? Yes, we did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only
It's
a little worse for
slimy,
wear.
but...
No more skulking about in the shadows for me then. And all thanks to you.
Someone's got to do
Surprise
it.
is one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter.
Ooh.
She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
Interesting.
Never mentioned a daughter.
Of course he didn't.
He's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you.
If there's
Well,
anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
how about a raise? I mean, learning that he has a daughter is better compensation than anything. Interesting. I know that comes across as very dodgy, but I just meant it as maybe they'll do something with that
What happened? Is everything
further
all
down
right?
the game.
No.
Wanted to send a message.
Alright. What have you got to say this time, you drogger?
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Actually...
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
You don't. I have better, I have better, I have better. I am in every possible... Wait, what? Reduces heat wave cooldown by 2.7 seconds. I might actually want to use it. I prefer cooldown time over damage increase. You know what? I will want this.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Don't equip it just yet. Wait, Lionheart tonic. It is said that one's own limits are made to be broken. Sure. But that doing so is easier said than done. Fortunately, there are ways of convincing the mind that such improbable feats are not only possible, but readily within reach, this tonic being one of them. Gradually fills limit break gauge for 30 seconds. No. At least, not yet.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Well, you're the one setting the prices. Let's see. Do we have anything that is worth selling? And why do I always have one guild book?
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Just the one.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing, and it ain't as boar bile tea.
Boar bile, excuse you?
Just go and see Otto, will you?
Why?
Right.
Does he know something that I don't? So what are we doing? Gouge damage plus 15, Rook's Gambit damage, and Rook's cooldown. I will replace it with this. The Breath of Fire. Plus it's a nice throwback to a classic Super Nintendo RPG series.
Clive, was
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
What? Yeah, hello. I get the impression that Otto is always barking from what I... Yeah, let's talk to that icon up there, which I also haven't done up until... Why isn't it man?
Yours is not a familiar face.
Yeah, I should have come by sooner.
Perchance?
You could say that.
Not at this point, but
Well
don't
then,
worry.
Allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
What now?
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep.
The bookish
And what
type, are
varied
you?
Company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Do I?
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
The Thousand Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valesthian lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography, and history. New information is constantly added as Clive progresses through the story. Past active time lore entries can also be viewed.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Nice.
I have quite the find for you today.
Okay, but who is the founder? Fear and uncertainty reigned in those early years following the sins of disillusionment. I can't pronounce that. Not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens, the few who survived the fall took to wandering the land, spurning magic and staying to the shadows. And so they lived for decades. One man, however, grew tired of his life, if it could be called that, and after bidding his companions farewell, climbed a grassy knoll, overlooking a forest of beech and alder. Here he gathered a pile of rubble and used it to build a humble shelter in which he spent the night. The next morning, however, instead of abandoning his work, as was his people's wont, he gathered more rocks, adding to the structure until the shelter had become a shack. This he continued for days, weeks, until the shack had become a home. At first, those few wanderers who passed the knoll would shun him, cursing the man under their breaths for his hubris. But as his estate grew, and one building became 2, and 2, 3, the people began to slow their steps, and it was not long before some took to joining him on that knoll, gathering stones, building new lives, new destinies. This they did without magics or machines, without boon or blessing. They relied on naught but their hands, their backs, their wills, and each other. And slowly house gave way to village, village to town, and town to nation. The man would one day die, as all men do. But those who remained continued his legacy, expanded upon it. And though his name was eventually forgotten, his spirit lives on to this day in the hearts of all Rosarians. Legend of the Founder, Moss the Chronicler. I see. I'm not going to go through every story, though this was a nice thing to do.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Thank you, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. I need to go kill my mother.
Miss Molly? I'll fetch you a bowl of brown.
So you're really going through with it? Since
Evidently so.
Bringing down a mother crystal since I've known it. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment.
Was that sarcasm?
Since the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage.
Grieger is a lady?
Occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble.
It just so happens
making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's
There's
right.
a checkpoint?
Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Why do so many people in this game talk with a sort of whisper to their voice?
That gets you an audience with the Dame.
Oh.
And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
I don't need people to get on like...
Who is this Dame?
Fire.
And where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
I don't. A woman, that's all I know. Woman! That's all I needed to know.
Your charm now, lad.
I can't help it.
A full report when you get back.
I'm not sure you... Okay. Alien reports unlocked. Right, if Street Fighter VI's Ken was truly homeless, he would look like this. Alien reports. Reports are now available for viewing and speaking by speaking to by speaking to some bloke. At the Island Report, counter in the Hideaway's mess. These reports, compiled by the Curse Breakers, contain information on quests currently available across Valisthea. Right.
I suppose that's everything. Now to
Wait, why
find
do I
out.
have a fragrant satchel? As long as it's fragrant, I suppose. Well then. What do you want? Get out me gaff.
Well, someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
That's what I do best.
Funny,
It's what I've
I
done
never
for
took you
13
for the
years.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Ooh.
Eh?
Oh.
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Good a day as any other, Chief.
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Why this again?
Just the three of us, then.
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed.
And pray tell why
Should that plan
isn't...
fail? Well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Which is why you're not joining. Okay, I get it.
I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance.
Well, I'm not actually a dominant, I don't
But
think.
then you are no ordinary dominance.
Thank you for noticing, thank you.
Still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
But I'm not
mention what he
the
sucked out of
Phoenix.
Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Yes, I could.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days.
Something tells me that Sid has the most recognizable face out of...
Behave now.
I'm not making any promises, sir. Oh, you don't feel the same, Jill? Guess I'll be talking to my dog then. This I know of. This I don't. Martha's Rest. So wait, if I go back in here for just a second and talk to the side quests overview guy. Which is, of course... Hello, Lank.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service, anyway. Otto's
You
put
look
me in charge of reading through the reports,
down
sensing
on your
our
luck.
allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the curse breakers.
And stoned.
Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway,
You're not
if
mistaken.
you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. Quick look.
To not only find new quests around Valisthea, but also travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint nearest to their location. Interesting. So that's welcoming committee at the Holy Empire. Dying on the vine. Do it for the vine. All the cats away. Martha's Rest. Huh. You know, these are in the same thingy. So I guess I'll just quickly go do these. Then pop over to Martha's Rest. I can skip the Chocobo dude because I still don't want to talk to him.
Meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
Oh, I'm actually traveling alone. It really is just you and me, Torgal.
After it.
Well. He is the goodest boy after all. Have to pet dog.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not?
Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
It depends.
What
do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up.
I suppose so.
Will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
Very well.
I can try.
Can't hurt to try, right?
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
I guess that in itself must feel alien to them. They can just sit and do nothing, but I'm sure that even in doing so, they now feel a misplaced sense of guilt. You look like shite, but the absolute worst kind.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Let's get 2 hot meals going, shall we? Torgal, to me.
But how did the grocer know his dog?
But how did the grocer know that?
Can I have another cup, Teddy?
You, well, sober-sided shopkeeper.
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Please.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes.
Wine.
One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all.
Who is
and
this
Master
Quinton?
commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Are you sure you want to be feeding wine to people who have an empty stomach?
Hopefully this will be enough.
That is a brave action. Oh well. It's not gonna be my concern once I leave there, isn't it?
Turnips for some.
Brother, did you see that bearer spoke to a master?
What manner of place is this?
Wizardry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eat up, you two.
Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly?
You may. That's a good crunch.
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
Well, believe it, Date Bayo.
The next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
You know what? That was good.
To us now.
That was oddly satisfying. Is this the lady down in the wine cellar? Kinda looks like it.
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
Not quite a lady, unless, you know, in this day and age you can't be too sure. Excuse me, miss.
I want no trouble.
Well, you get none from me. Unless you beg for it.
Wait, that's... Ah, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen
Then
them so
hire
far
an
from the forest,
exterminator.
Or so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got 'em worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me.
Oh, you
If I
tried.
don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours.
Guts for
Will you put it to
garters?
use for a comrade in need. Please, rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
All right.
Well,
I'll see
you
to
did
it.
give it a fair try yourself, I suppose.
Thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
I'm sure they do. Okay. I think I'll port over here, and we'll take it by footsies from there. You ready, boy? I really like Torgal's design. It's not quite a dog. It's not quite a wolf. Or maybe it is a waffle, who knows. Alright, pick up the pace.
That must be the vineyard. If you watch,
Stop slowing down when you're talking. Oh.
Not this time.
Nope, we will have none of this.
That's enough. Stay down.
Come down here. Stab. Come here. It will have to do. Enemies Schlein.
Looks like that was the last of them. I'd better let Quinton's man know.
And so we shall.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
I appreciate the subtle leather sort of squeaking, crunching, and squeaking as he walks. That fresh leather sound. Right, Emile?
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well,
Right.
he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
How about you give me a glass instead of raising one in my honor? You cheapskate. Black blood. A thick, oily substance, sometimes found pooling in newly formed wounds in the earth, such as the cracks left by tremors or the passing of an icon. Though it burns as hot and bright as any crystal, the liquid has until recently been largely ignored by the people of Philistia due to the acrid smoke it emits when ignited. Valuable can be traded for gil. Oh, okay. I did not know this. Make for Northreach? No, we shall not be doing that. We shall instead head to the other reach, Martha's Rest. How many? Just the one? Alright, let's hear it.
It's done for.
Talk to
I've seen
me.
your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
How much money you got?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but oh, please help them.
Very well.
All right.
I just said, nah, fam.
Your problem.
I'm busy.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I
You
was
look
out
like
of
a
the
nice
door too
lass.
fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Well, the cat's away, the mice dance at the table. On the table. I think this is among the more sort of urgent sounding pleas I've heard. Alright, let's hear it.
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
Don't worry, miss behind the counter. These are just some friends of mine who've come by to say hi.
I want that blade.
Before they bugger the fuck off, ain't that right, lads? Pathetic. Sorry for burning your tavern whilst I was at it.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
Yes, indeed. It is way too cool for the likes of you.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby.
I wasn't nearby.
Good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
Look behind the
Blood
counter.
Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The
Right,
Empire
those
might
blood
be in
axes.
charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as
That
you
you
did
do.
today. You're a useful man to have around.
Useful? Really?
Yeah.
That's the term you use? Full?
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right.
See, this
We've
is
got
what I
work
like
to do
to
for
hear.
make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
If you don't want to get waterboarded by said mop, I suggest you keep it in your own hands and not push it in mine. Catch you later.
There he is, the man of the hour.
Yeah, someone's got to do it, right? Yeah, alright, let's put that to the test, actually. I'm here for my free glass of whatchamacallit. I do apologize, I really do. You mentioned a check.
Most people wouldn't trust a bearer, but Martha, oh, she knows how to pick her friends all right.
Them ne'er-do-wells were no match for you, eh? Shame you ain't staying.
So much for my free booze. Alright, boyo, let's go. Off to the capital. Now. This is, the nasty choker... The choker dude? Lostwing. Why are we going to Lostwing? Again. You know what? I never actually paid attention to the fact that I had to be here, and I do recall Clive saying, well, I guess we're off to whatchamacallit, but I guess it's what you call selective viewing, selective memory, selective whatever the hell you want to selectively look at, because I only now notice the red icon on the map.
Now his daughter had been stealing up to the vineyard.
You
to
two
see the
don't
lad.
go through a whole lot in one day, right? Now, whereabouts? Dragon's Airy. So... let's go.